Looking at Air Force One as it makes a flyover over the Great American Race.
The arrival of President Trump, we showed you Air Force One, his motorcade.
The beast
here
is
at
on the
Daytona.
loose.
Warmed up, I know, I can't wait. And Donald Trump taking some hot laps.
28. 41 race cars and one presidential limousine.
President Trump just kicked off his second term with a high-energy America First statement, rolling onto the track at Daytona 500 in the beast like a commander-in-chief leading from the front. But was this just showmanship, or does it signal a new era of American strength? On this one, I'm going to break down the symbolism, the national security signaling, and the strategy I believe behind Trump's Daytona moment, and why it tells me everything I need to know about his leadership style moving forward. First off, this wasn't just Trump showing up to a NASCAR race. This here was a statement. Driving the beast onto the track wasn't about Daytona. It was about reasserting dominance as America's leader and reconnecting with the people. Daytona 500 fans, they're America's working class. These are your truck drivers, your small business owners, your law enforcement, military families. This is the backbone of America. And this move wasn't just about optics. It was about telling those Americans he's one of them. And this is Trump leading from the front as the President of the United States. This is the type of bold, unapologetic energy that signals America is back. Now, I want to talk about the security behind the move because this one here it's a monster event. It's quite risky to put the Secret Service detail together for this one and to coordinate all the security assets. Daytona International Speedway holds over 100,000 people. High threat, high exposure environment. You've got elevated sight lines. You've got multiple access points and an open air track, meaning if something goes down, there's almost no cover. So from a tactical perspective, in my opinion, watching this play out in real time is a nightmare scenario. But it happened anyways. Why? Because Trump doesn't play scared. And what you don't see, the Secret Service drones scanning the crowds, the counter sniper teams covering high ground, decoy vehicles stationed at exits, undercover counter surveillance in the stands, watching for anomalies. This isn't Biden's Secret Service. This is Trump's new Secret Service being led by his former detail leader. And this wasn't just political optics either. This is a security flex, and it's a way to show strength and confidence rather than fear. So I think Trump is on the right track. And think about how this looks to America's enemies. The world is watching. Trump sends a clear message. America isn't hiding. And this wasn't just for American NASCAR fans. This was a global power move, in my opinion. Every world leader, every intelligence agency watching this moment. And now I want to go beyond China, Russia, and Iran. I want to look at some history. When Reagan stood at the Brandenburg Gate and said, "Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall," that wasn't just a speech. It was a signal. It became iconic. A moment that shifted the Cold War forever. And when Putin rides shirtless on a horse, that's him projecting his version of dominance to his people. And when Xi Jinping stages massive military parades, that's his way of trying to intimidate the West. Good luck. So what does it say when the President of the United States steps onto the track at Daytona in front of 100,000 people fully exposed and doesn't flinch? It says, "I lead from the front, zero fear, and America's in control again." And in my opinion, if you're a foreign adversary, this moment sends a clear message. If Trump is willing to walk onto a racetrack in front of a massive crowd, do you really think he won't respond to aggression? This episode of the Aaron Cohen Show is brought to you by Merkava Coffee. This is the official coffee of the Aaron Cohen Show. When I served in the IDF, coffee wasn't just coffee, it was fuel. And in the special operations world, there were nights with no sleep, missions that stretched for days, and no room for mistakes. Coffee was serious, and it kept us sharp, locked in, and ready to move. And let me tell you something, I still take it seriously. And that's why Merkava Coffee, strong, no nonsense, battle-tested, no fluff, no gimmicks, just good, bold coffee for the people who need to be at their best. And if you start your day like I do, like it's a mission, you know why this matters. Hit the link down in the description and grab yourself a triple order and help keep the lights on and support the Aaron Cohen Show. Appreciate you guys. And that's why the entire world watched this one. Not just because it's Trump, but because this is how strength is projected. And right now, America is projecting strength again. But I want to talk about how the media spun this one. I had a good laugh. Of course, the left wing, deep state media is going to lose their minds with something like this. CNN called it a dangerous cult moment. MSNBC said it was an unpresidential showmanship, and the New York Times whined that it was a political stunt. But let's talk about what they didn't say. When Biden hid in his basement for an entire campaign, they called it a smart strategy. You remember that one? And when Obama went on late night talk shows, they called it historic accessibility. Okay. But when Trump engages with the people directly, suddenly it's reckless. They don't hate the event. They hate the man doing it. But here's my question. Why does the media fear Trump's connection to the people? Take a look at Saturday Night Live and that garbage skit from Tom Hanks. Because when people don't need them to interpret the message, they lose their power. And that's why they're panicking. That's why they'll keep trying to spin this moment as a negative. But the truth is, Trump's winning the cultural war, and they know it. Now, I want to talk a little bit more about how this shapes Trump's presidency here moving forward, because that's what we do here on the show. We're hitting the security angles, but we're also hitting that signaling. And this Daytona appearance wasn't just a one-off event. This was a glimpse, in my opinion, into Trump's governing style for the next 4 years, and it tells me exactly how he's going to lead. I think you can expect more direct engagement with the people. He's not just going to sit in Washington signing executive orders. He's taking his leadership into real-world America. I think you can expect stronger, more visible foreign policy. He's already shaken that tree. You're not going to see diplomatic, strongly worded letters. You're going to see a clear military presence. Direct action is needed and a harder stance on adversaries. Expect a total rejection of this political elitism. He's going to keep calling out bureaucrats, deep state operators, and all that media corruption that Doge is pulling out from the ground. And here's why this matters. Perception shapes power. And when a president is seen as weak, the country feels weak. And when a president projects strength, the country feels stronger. And that's the way these optics work. And that's why this moment wasn't just about NASCAR. And I'm a huge NASCAR fan, largest sport in the country. But it was about setting the tone for an administration that isn't here to play defense. You got Mike Waltz, you got Elon, you got an A-list team here. And America's back and America is strong. And this time, there's no stopping it. I'm going to come back to these as they continue to evolve and Trump continues to signal and connect with the people. I want to hear from you guys. Was this a genius political move or just Trump being Trump? Do you think presidents should engage in public events like this, or is this just political theater? And do these cultural moments actually shape America's perception of leadership? Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. And if you guys want more analysis, do me a favor, support the show. Grab yourself a mini sponsorship package below. Help keep the lights on in the studio. They only start at $25. We're completely independently produced. And before I wrap this one up, I want to take a second to give a shout out to Merkava Coffee. the new official coffee of the Aaron Cohen Show. This isn't just coffee. This is fuel inspired by the warriors of the IDF. Bold, battle-tested, and built for the fight. And whether you're training or grinding through your day or you stand for something bigger, grab yourself a triple bag order of Merkava coffee. I promise you it delivers, keeps the lights turned on. And here's the best part. Every bag sold helps support the show, keeps that truth front and center. So if you want to start your day off like an IDF operator, grab a bag of Merkava coffee. Hit the link down in the description. The official brew of the Aaron Cohen Show, founded by former IDF small business owners. I want to thank you guys for watching this one. I'm Aaron Cohen, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.